So see, actually, in this program, what is given in the this example, there is a conversion factor, right? So here,
Yeah.
what they are doing here, they are taking the kilometer here. You can see kilometer we are accepting from the user, and we are multiplying it with a conversion factor. Whatever is coming, we will going to write down that. So suppose here 0.623, if I multiply with 3.5. So let me just check it.
Maybe we have to divide.
So 2.17 something is coming, and here also 2.17. So according to this program, means we are converting kilometer into the miles. But let me check it in the internet. Like 1 kilometer is how much miles?
1.6. Yeah, 1.6 mile equals to 1 kilometer.
Okay, no. You can see here 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles.
Oh, sorry. I'm wrong. I am wrong.
So 1 kilometer is
Mhm.
0.62
Okay.
miles. So it is always like
Kilometer is bigger.
yeah, kilometer is
Check my
bigger.
one.
Yeah, and it is half, somewhat greater than half of that kilometer. Suppose half of the kilometer is 0.5, then it is little bit greater than that. So always remember this trick, that kilometer is always greater, and miles will be always half of the kilometer, slightly greater than a half of the kilometer. Means according to 1 kilometer, the miles should be 0.5 if I say half, but it is slightly greater than that. So it is slightly greater than the half of the kilometer. Now it is clear to everyone?
Yeah, Amit, this is a one year given situation, right? Like,
Yeah, I have
the,
given you
the-
scenario. Let me
okay.
write down the program. I am writing in front of you. So
One
I'm
minute
right.
from there.
Sorry. Anyone having any doubt? See what is the standard way of writing the program you see here. You are a beginner, that's why you are doing this mistake. But when you write down the program, how we're going to write down the standard program? Okay, let me show you. So kilometer will be the name of a variable. Float, I suppose if the user want to enter a float value, no decimal value, then what we are saying, the user enter a kilometer. Okay, we want user to
Oh,
enter a kilometer. Be careful while writing everything here. It's
okay.
not like you are writing kilometer or writing anything here. Okay, this is, I will going to accept the kilometer from a user. Here enter the kilometer, or you can write down
Right.
you can write down like this: user, please enter the kilometer that you want to convert into miles. You can write down like this. It will print as it is. Now what actually the next thing, your conversion factor. Okay, so conversion factor will be how much, will be your conversion factor?
0.62.
Good.
0.6.
0.62.
0.6231 something. Now what we are doing here, like we are performing the conversion here, right? So for that, I'm creating a variable miles, and this mile I'm converting like this. Write down whatever variable you have created, you have to take as it is. It's not like you are taking kilometer here and you are going to k here. Just like your name, if your name is suppose Urmila, and if you in your document I will going to write you, it will be a problem, right? So always use the same name whatever you created, wherever, whether while giving the name of file, whether while creating a variable. So kilometer into conversion factor, create it as it is, right? Create as it is conversion factor here. Okay, now what we need to print, we need to print the miles. So here I'm written this, we're going to print the miles. Now we're going to save this program. So I'm saving this program again on the same folder, Python oops, and I'm giving the name miles. Okay, let me write KM
Amit,
to
Amit, you gave a two
It's
double
supposed,
quote on that.
it's supposed to be .py. Oh, that.
sorry.
You gave a two double quote on the behind the miles.
Okay. So let me save it again. Now I'm opening the command prompt. In this command prompt, I'm typing I'm typing cd. Then what is the path here? Like you can see here, the path will be document. Inside the document is Python oops. So this is the path. Don't put the habit of writing the copying every time. You can write down from your self as well. Inside this cd document, I will come to that document, then Python oops. So I come to that Python oops. No need to copy. You can do it. If you remember the path, you can do just cd path and you can go to the folder. Now, in order to run that, you have to type Python. What is the name of my file? KM,
Kilometer.
press tab. Once you press tab button, automatically it will come. Press enter. So see, it is a user. Please enter the kilometer that you want to convert into miles. I am entering 100. See, 100 multiplies 0.62, you will get 62.31, right?
Yes, thank
So now you see that it's not looking good on the screen, right? You can see 100 is coming. So what you can do is, you can just remove the unnecessary thing. You can just write down that's it, enter the kilometer, colon, give a space something, and then you save it, and then you again run it. So now you see when I'm running back again, now it's looking something good on the screen. Now I'm taking something random 78. So 48 kilometers. So you can see 78 when you divide by 2, how much you will going to get? 37 something, right? Not 37. Something around 30, 38 something, like you can just
39.
39, 38 something, right? So you can see here like 38, 39 something you will get it. So it is slightly higher than the half of the 78, right? Here also you can just think like you can just think it 10 plus half of this 78. Here also 100 of what is the half of this 150 plus 10, 62. So here also when you divide 78, it will be 39. So 39 plus 10, it is something 49. So you can just think that always kilometer will be greater and miles will be 10 plus half of this kilometer. So like this is the way of solving the problem. Okay. So like this, you have to solve the problem. Precha, did you understand what we are doing here? Yesterday, those who attend, for them, it is very easy. But those who have joined today, Precha, are you there?
Yeah,
Did you understand what we are trying to do here?
yeah, just a little bit. I don't have a clear idea, but I'm getting some points. But still need to watch the video to understand everything.
Please watch all the videos because I said you earlier. Please watch the videos so that you will come with the class. You will be in a same speed that we are going, right? So you can cope up with that. So like this is one problem domain. Okay. Now let's solve another problem. So let's think. Suppose you have to convert. You need to check whether the number is odd or even. Okay, how are we going to do that?
which order is it?
Okay. Anyone having any idea? Anyone having any idea how usually? Okay, what is an odd number or even number? Tell me.
Yeah, odd number is like 3, 5, 7, and even is 2, like
So what? So
yeah.
what is the what make you identify that it is even or odd? What is the behavior of those?
Like it's supposed to be divided by the 2, right? For
Good, very good.
yeah.
Whichever the number completely divisible by 2, that are called as even, which are not, they are called as odd. So let me write down the program. So here, what is your problem domain? Your problem domain is accept input from a user and find out it is even or odd. So let's do this program. So now I will going to teach you the condition here. Now for that, what we need to do it, we need to accept the number. So I'm creating one variable number. This number I'm taking integer type. So int input, inside this I'm printing here, enter the number. So user will going to enter a number here. Now next thing is I am applying, I will going, let me write down the code, then I will going to explain.
Amit, I have a question.
Yeah,
Uh, you write down here on the program number is equal to integer, right? So
Mhm.
is it necessary to write down integer?
yeah, because you tell me like for decimals value, can you find out the odd and even? Like if I say you 3.6 is always be an odd, right? 3.6.
Yeah.
When 3 only is odd, 3.6 is always be odd, right?
A float
Mhm.
number.
Sorry.
Float number, right?
Yeah, float number. So you have to take a integer only. Means if you take a float, you tell me like if I take a 3.6. So no, yeah. For even and odd, you have to take integer only, not a decimal. Because 3.6 will not be completely divisible by 2. It will give you some remainder. You only think that 3.6, when you divide by 2, how much you will get? You will get 2 ones are 2, 1.6 will be remainder. Am I clear to you?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, let me print it in simple. E1
There is 2 equal in
else,
supposed
sorry.
to. There is 2 equal if number divided by 2, and is there 2 equal supposed to be 2 equal?
Yeah,
Oh,
Is there the division sign or the percentage?
no, it is a percentage. It's a mod. I explained you mod operator in the earlier part. Mod will going to give you remainder. When you
okay.
divide any number by 2, this percentage symbol is mod operator. When you divide any number by 2, if you get a remainder equal to 0, they are called as a even. Otherwise, they are called as a odd. Let me run this program and we're going to see. So I'm going to save this with even odd.py. Okay. Now we are on the same path, right? So I'm just writing Python e tab. So it is giving some error. So let me check it, that error.
I think there is 2 is equals to.
I will going to explain. Let me run the program.
Okay.
So I'm entering 45. So see, it is coming out. Now, what is the reason? What is this? Percent symbol is here. Odd. This is called as a mod operator. This percent symbol is a mod operator. Mod operator will give you what? Remainder. When you divide any number, what will be the remainder you will get that this operator will give? So it will going to
Oh.
give the remainder of division.
Okay,
Now,
got it.
so suppose here, when I divide 45 by 2, how much remainder you'll get? 1. Now
One, yeah.
this double equal to is what? Equal to operator. This is what? Equal to operator, right? Why it is called equal to operator? Because if you use this one I told you, this is assignment operator, right? In the starting I told you, with variable, what operator do you use? This one, right? So this is assignment operator. You are assigning a value to the variable. So when you assign a value to the variable, you use single equal to. But when you want to compare two things, so that at that time you are using equal to, double equal to. It means that number mod 2 means 45 mod 2 will give you 1. Is 1 is equal to 0? It means that number mod 2, when you do, you will get 1, right? 45
Mhm.
divided by 2, what is the remainder? 1.
One, yeah.
Is 1 is equal to 0?
No.
Correct. 1 is not equal to 0, right? So this is
Mhm.
equal to. You are comparing two value, whether they are same or not. So
Equal
in
to
that,
means double equal to means not equal to then.
sorry, what? When you use this double equal to symbol, it's called equal to operator. And when you use single equal to, it means that it's an assignment operator. Assignment means you are assigning a value, just like I've shown you in
Yeah.
earlier program. We took a kilometer equal to 5, 3, right? We took a, I explain you conversion factor. We create a variable. So we create a variable and we assign a value. So this is called assignment operator. This is called assignment operator. Which one? This single one. When you use single equal to symbol, that are called assignment operator. Did you understand?
How many?
Yeah.
I have a question. You say this two equal to sign is means compare with the other value.
Yeah. You are
Okay.
comparing the value here. You can see
Uh-huh.
I took it here.
Uh-huh.
I took 45, right? So when
Yes.
you perform mod operation, 45% symbol 2, it means that 45 divided by 2, what remainder you will get? 1. So you are checking here, is 1 is equal to 0? No, right? What is the logic to find out even and odd? When you divide any even number by 2, you will get a remainder 0, right?
Zero.
If you divide 2 by 2, you will get 0. 4 by 2, you will get 0. 6, 10, right? But if I
Mhm.
talk about 1, 3, 5, when you divide by 2, you will get remainder something. Like 3 divided by 2, 1 will be the remainder. 5 divided by 2, 1 will be the remainder. So that is the case. So this is what? This is an if condition. This is a condition base. Here I am applying condition. If this condition is true, then I will going to print this. Otherwise, I will going to print this. So this is a condition based program. It is something like, if it rain today, I will going to play football. If it otherwise, I have an option that I will going to play PUBG game in a mobile. So this is a condition based program. We have started condition based program. Okay.
Thank you.
This equal to is this hash operator is what? This hash operator is comment. I told you comment is just to uh, give a description what you are doing in the program. Okay. So here this is a condition based program. If number divided by 2, this is a mod operator. We call it mod. The spelling. I will going to ask tomorrow the whole program. So listen everyone carefully what I'm saying. Okay. This is called mod operator, which will going to give a remainder when you perform division. Remainder after division. Okay. This is called equal to operator. I'm writing everything in the program. I will going to ask tomorrow. This is single assignment operator. When single equal to symbols are there, single equal to symbol, when you see, it is called assignment operator. When you see single equal to symbol, it is called assignment operator. When you see double equal to symbol,
Mhm.
then it is called equal to operator, double equal to. So conversion factor, I told you what this is what here assignment operator. But when you see double means you are comparing. So here you can see I'm saving this program with this command. Okay, okay, I'm saving the same program. I'm running it. I'm entering a value 34. 34 is even or odd?
Even.
Even.
See, we are getting the even, right? So like this, you have to write down the program. Let me explain you one more program. Okay, let me take. Okay, now you tell me like how you can find out positive or negative number. If I say you, what is called as positive number and what is called as negative number?
Sign with minus.
Minus.
Okay, but how you will check in the condition? How you'll apply in the condition? Just think logically, which number will be called as a negative and positive? So based on the condition, different condition, yeah, how you're going to check?
I think in the place of even, we can write down like a positive number or
No,
Greater than one.
Plus, plus or
Greater than
minus.
one.
sorry,
If greater than
Fine.
one is
yeah,
positive,
but yeah, who is there? Who said that?
Urmila.
Okay, yeah, correct, Urmila. See, if the number is less than 0, it will be negative. If it is greater than 0, it will be positive.
Hmm.
Let me do that. So I'm making a change here. If number is greater than 0, that will be called as a positive. Good, Urmila. And if it is S, if the number is greater than 0, it is positive. Otherwise, obviously it will be negative only, right? So we have added else part.